So now let us welcome Errol Auger of Woodland Cree descent. He says that his philosophy in life is, quote, "Life is what you make it. If you can dream, you can build it. This journey we call life is about growing and evolving as spiritual beings housed in these human beings. Creator just wants us to become who Creator created us to be. In order for that to happen, we must first go within, listen to the silence to know thyself. That begins by looking at your emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual being so that you may find purpose, balance, and harmony in your life and in life." Gerald was awarded the National Native Role Model Award by the Governor General of Canada, and he has worked in Hollywood for over 20 years. And in 2009, he walked away from it all into the wilderness. And that is why we resonate, Gerald. Tell us about yourself and your work. Let us give him a warm welcome. Gerald Auger.
Aho, ni stabita ni gan mama tawin na siman to nanas kuma. Ikaw may miniget tagong biwe ko siya kay sinidaski matsu moktion. Makastu din wa ko maga nakaskiti wes tago taski wa kung kaya pian mi wans. We stock na naskuma wa muta ka pian. Ko gakyo ki stock na naskum na. Puang po kani hoya ni gan ko mi siman to pics kun dagi mi. Puang po kakki ni gan staya nung gawin mamam skutsi anong siman to mi uta to skion. I want to thank and honor each and every one of you today for being here today, and I acknowledge the Creator first and foremost for allowing us and loaning us yet another day in this physical world. And I spoke in my Woodland Cree language. I was taught by my elders to always honor that part of my human being of my Woodland Cree descent. And I honor my Blackfoot brothers and sisters as I sit upon their traditional territory, as I'm here to share with you of the journey that the Creator has blessed me. And please forgive me for how I'm about to make you feel and how I'm about to make you think, but I love you. We are living in this time right now where the world, unfortunately, is being visited upon by natural law. The Creator had blessed us with 4 ways of living as spiritual beings housed in this human being. And that was always to honor Creator's law, that no human being has the right to hurt another human being, and that no human being has the right to play with another human being's life. The Creator loved us enough to grant us free will. We are free to make choices, but we're not free from the consequences. If you do good things will come. If you do bad things will come. People say you are putting things up for yourself in a good way if you do good things. Just like you'll drop everything that you've been compiling that's not good for you or Mother Earth. To get skin guns, that you'll drop everything and lose everything. And the Creator also gave us natural law that the world knows as karma. What goes around comes around. And that's why the world has forgotten about the true power and sacred sanctity of natural law. And we have also been blessed as a human family, the laws of nature, on how we are to honor these 4 sacred elements that we ourselves as human beings are comprised of the earth, the wind, the water, and the fire. These are 4 sacred elements. The air that we breathe is the wind on Mother Earth. The water that covers Mother Earth is within us as well, which is why Grandmother Moon affects us when the moon is full, like it was last night. The DNA in our bones is the same DNA that's in those trees. And the fire that's a spark in our heart comes from Father, Son, that gives us life every day. If one of these elements is to ever become extinguished, we as a human family will cease to exist. We are living in a time of great change that the ancestor had spoken of. When I walked away from the world I had become accustomed to live, traveling the world, getting paid to do it. And I was told by my elders and the ancestors to walk away from that, because that part of my life had taught me what I needed to know. That if you ever operate from a place of ego, it'll only be a matter of time that things will start to collapse for you. I have speak to you as a father and a grandfather, and also as a product of intergenerational impact because of residential schools and the colonization of my people. Left me with abandonment issues, left me with trust issues, left me with anger issues, left me not in a good way growing up. That was why when I was told to walk away from it all in 2009 and to go find that balance emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually, I needed to find that, because when my son was born, and this goes for all of us, as soon as we are gifted children, loaned children from the Creator, it stops being about us. It is about our children and their children's children. When I had to walk away, it was because I needed to find that balance so I can continue doing the Creator's work of why the agreement I had made with the Creator before I was even born, the agreement that came from the beginning of time. It was my 6 years in the wilderness, and I was honored to sit with knowledge keepers, ceremonial elders, and the land, and most of all the Creator, to understand the true essence, the true meaning of life. That we forget as human beings because we operate from a place of the ego. We forget to understand that life is but a blip on the timeline of eternity. So I wanted to get up every morning like I do now, and I thank the Creator for loaning me yet another day. But I choose to live with gratitude in my heart. To me, gratitude is not just a word, it's a state of being, it's a state of mind. Before that, before 2009, I was taking life for granted for what it was, because I was still living in a place of not in balance emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And that is why I had to do what I needed to do for myself. And today now, with the knowledge that I was loaned from Creator, the ancestors, and the others is not mine. I could never say I own that knowledge because it doesn't come from me. It comes from the Creator. It comes from spirit world. But we have become so arrogant as a human family that we have disrespected and haven't honored that everything was created for a reason and it would serve a purpose. Just like money, academia, religion, and faith, all were created for a reason. If you took those 4 segments of society and honored them to make you a better human being and to make the world a better place, then you're honoring it for what it is. But if you take the money that you earned for yourself and not share it with the world, you're not honoring the spirit of why it was created. If you take the element of academia and use it just for yourself and call yourself an expert, then you're not honoring what that knowledge is for. That knowledge is to share to make the world a better place. That is, knowledge is not ours. When it comes to religion and faith, if your religion or your faith talks to you, tells you to judge, to condemn, to persecute, and to create division, then you're not honoring what that was created for. Everything has its role. Everything has its place in life. Just like in the circle of life, everything, the 4 races of the human family, from our Black brothers and sisters, our yellow brothers and sisters, our white brothers and sisters, and to us as the red people. We all have been given sacred roles and responsibilities to honor these 4 elements to complete the circle of life. So we can leave a better world filled with love, kindness, compassion for our children and their children's children. The word Creator had given when I was told in my 6-year sabbatical to go sit for 7 days and 7 nights, and that they were going to gift me the 7 sacred laws of understanding what love, honesty, humility, courage, respect, wisdom, and truth really mean. I did what I did, and I didn't question when I was told to do that, because I was prepared to give my life for my son. And I had a grandson at that time when I was in the wilderness as well. I chose to do that because I love you, my fellow human being. And now those 7 laws that were blessed, that were loaned to me from the Creator, now share with those who come and sit and follow protocol to understand what those 7 laws really mean. Because the world had decided to embrace and live the 7 deadly sins that the world has come to know as sloth, wrath, gluttony, pride, lust, greed, and envy. And the world is wondering why these 4 elements in the world, Mother Earth is reacting to what we've done to her. Mother Earth is using the element of fire through those volcanoes to show the human being how we have disrespected her. Mother Earth is using the element of air through the tornadoes and the hurricanes to show the world who is truly in charge. The Mother Earth is using the element of water through the floods that are happening to show the world who is in charge and how we have forgotten to honor her for who she is. These earthquakes that are happening is showing the world that Mother Earth, we have disrespected her. It was said to me on my 6 years in the wilderness that what happens when the children lose their way and don't honor the mother and the father. We as children are pitiful, and we have a mother, it's our Mother Earth, our Father's Son, Wanutugo Tipskau Peace, and the Grandmother Night Sun. So Mother Earth is reacting through Father Sun and Grandmother Moon by the deforestation we are doing to the very relative, the tree that gives us the air that we breathe. And we as indigenous, as the red people, were given the stewards of Mother Earth. But because of residential school, because of colonization, those were stripped from my people. But spirit world exists for a reason. And there are those of us who have been called to honor Mother Earth for what she does for us in life. But in the circle of life, all races of the human family were given sacred ones, chosen elect. And they are now coming back in the circle of life. Because as we talk and we sit, that the world is turning over. It's correcting itself. And they had said, when the eagle lands on Grandmother Moon, it will be a time of great change. And that was July the 20th of 1969. And they had said, Uswaigan, the prophecy had said, there would come a time when the grandmother spider would cast a web around Mother Earth, bringing love, unity, and knowledge to the world. When the internet was born July 1st of 1983, and officially launched to the world 10 years later on April the 30th of 1993. We had lost the connection of why what that internet was created for, was to bring knowledge and wisdom to the world. The other prophecy they talked about, they had said there would be a light that will fall from the sky after the grandmother needs casts a web around Mother Earth. That light has fallen. All the light workers, the chosen elect, the sacred ones have been gathering in the circle of light. Because we are entering the time of the prophecy when they said the flash of light in the stars will shift the consciousness of humanity forever on that day when that happens. And we talk about our ancestors from the stars. When that day happens, there will be, unfortunately, millions, if not billions, who will lose their mind and their lives or have heart attacks because it'll literally blow their mind or not understand what's really, because a truth will be revealed that they never thought really existed. I was told when I left my sabbatical that things would happen. They had said that in 2019 the truth would start to be yelled from the mountaintops. Then in 2020, the truth would hurt the people. then in 2021, the truth would offend the people. But in 2022, the truth would set the people free. So as the world is falling to its knees, it's showing the world two things: that how we have forgotten about our higher power, how we've forgotten how pitiful we have become as a human family when we have forgotten we put the Creator over here and put our ego here. So this is why this awakening that the ancestors spoke of would happen. After a school, they had said it would be the time of the rise of the matriarch. And only until the most powerful, the most sacred being in this world regains her life, regains her role in the circle of life, the only way life will correct itself. August the 21st of 2017, when the great solar eclipse that the world has come to know, when it hit mostly the US. That is when it was the death of the patriarchal value society system, and it was the rise of the matriarchal value society system. We, as the four directional people, have always honored the matriarch, as we have always honored Mother Earth. We have to learn to respect each other. We have to learn to walk in love, kindness, and compassion for our fellow human being and for Mother Earth. Life is on loan to us. Our children are on loan to us. They had said, and never to ever operate from a place of ego, because Creator never sleeps, Spirit never sleeps. So the world is being shown what we need to do to correct ourselves. So I honor my brothers and sisters who have put this event together to bring that love, light, and unity to a world has lost its way. Because we have lost the spiritual instruction on how to survive on Mother Earth. We have lost the connection and the respect that we are to have for these four sacred elements. It was only until we find and honor, acknowledge the Creator and that all of creation was created for a reason. It's how you choose to honor that will determine when your physical walk is done in this world. And unfortunately, I've seen it on my six years in the wilderness. That eternity is a long time to get it wrong. So let us all unite together. And I honor each and every one of you for taking the time today. And that we have all been given gifts and abilities. And I know why I was allowed to walk in the world as a storyteller in the work I was doing with Hollywood was that I've come back to start telling and sharing the original teachings of my people, because the world, Hollywood has gotten it wrong of who we truly are and have perpetrated stereotypes of who we are, even using the term Indian. We are not from across the water. We are four directional people. And there is more to us to who we are. And the knowledge we've been loaned from the Creator and the connection we have to our ancestors is there to bring this knowledge and wisdom to the world. So I thank you all, and I thank and honor Creator first and foremost, and to all the knowledge keepers I've sat with, and all the ceremonial elders that I've sat with, and all the matriarchs that I sit with today and that I learned from. And I also thank and honor my son for what he's brought to me in my life, and my grandson, and now I also have a granddaughter. Now I thank and honor each and every one of you. Aye, aye.